Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some technical analysis on Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, and keep you updated on the option I keep talking about on the channel. I apologize for the delay in videos this week. I've had some issues with my charger for my laptop. It actually crapped out on me to where I really could not actually log into my computer because the battery was too low. I couldn't actually get on and use it to the new charger, and now we're good to go. Okay, so we're gonna take a look here at Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, your tip top of 146.57, overall bottom and floor about 81.43. I'm going to talk about why I think we might get close to that again, or maybe even retest that particular level. Okay, and if you watch the channel the past couple of videos, you noticed the golden cross breakout indicator that we've come across and learned about on TD Ameritrade. We've added to that, so I'm going to re-explain that really quickly and talk about why it's important here in this situation. But really quickly, we're going to go over the resistance and support levels. So you saw there, 81.43 is your floor. First level of resistance, 95.37, which we did break below that. 106.31, then 114, and then 121.69. 131.20, and then 146.57. The time frame is getting close. Over the next week or two is going to update to where 146.57 is no longer going to be your ceiling. It's going to be more or less about 137, and then eventually over here at about 120. Okay, so something to kind of keep an eye on and to consider. Now the golden cross breakouts, to recap basically here, this blue line here being your 50-day moving average, simple moving average, and then your pink line here, your 200-day. Okay, so basically when this blue line here crosses over the 200, okay, when the lighter crosses over the heavy is kind of how I do here, then you're due for some type of bullish run. As you see here, we cross the golden cross breakout right here, roughly at about $90 and some change. And then what happens, typically it signals that we're going to have an increase in volume on the stock. And as you see, we run all the way up to 117. Well, then eventually what happens is it signals and tells us that the golden cross breakout, the other one, the L, this is the LE for the blue, and this one here is the LX. Every time that you see this, there's something coming that could potentially pull it back down. As you see here, it doesn't happen right away, but here it comes. It starts slowly coming down, till eventually it crosses and continues to push it down, which is basically what just happened here. The 50 crossed over underneath, the 200, which is why I think that we still have a little bit more room for downside before we recover. Because if we look at these over here, the golden cross breakouts, as you see, we broke out, and then we got a signal saying we're going to pull down, and you see that's exactly what happened. We pulled down and we crossed over, crossed under, and then we continued to come down for quite some time. Now it can really be short-lived also, the downside. However, I do think that since we crossed support here of 95.37, I do think that the market's going to have some more downside overall. And I think that Amazon's going to be included in that, which makes me feel that the mid to lower 80s is possible. Okay, and as regards to options, I've been saying that I was going to take out a longer term option. I'm glad I've waited, because really of this indicator, when I saw that this come up, I said, well, I'm going to wait and see how accurate and see if it actually does pull down. I'm glad I waited, because a couple of weeks ago the option was priced at about $220, and now it's reduced all the way down to about $150 per one contract of that particular option. All right, which is huge. Okay, huge savings, and what I'm saying. So if it gets down to the 80s, mid to low 80s, then you're looking at potentially closer down to $100 to get into that longer term option, which is what I'm eyeing at over the next month or two. Maybe I'm going to see how exactly it plays out, and then if we get to this level here somewhere in the 80s, that's probably where I'll come in and and buy that option unless I see something that's going to potentially drop us further down below the 80 mark. In that case, then I'll just wait longer and then enter later, and kind of go from there. So anyway, guys, all I got for you in this video. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.